Hey everybody, welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Dadgummit. Actually, hang on. No. You heard a lot of nice things about Topeka, but not 1,200 miles worth of nice things. Fair enough. Yeah, I found a ring. Found his old class ring. Handed it over to him. He looks it over. Hey, it's a 17 SIT ring. Got one of those in faux emerald, but not faux silver like this one. These are the ones they gave to junior varsity pig skinners. Had a little enchantment on them so the kids wouldn't quite get so many concussions. Probably worn off by now. Worth anything? No, not to a jeweler or pawnbroker or anything like that. 8-carat gold and the stone's made of glass. Collector give you a 30 meat for it. So does myself if you're interested. Sure, 30 meat sounds fine. Pleasure doing business with you. Likewise. I love this is just my face now. There's a real weird plaque where Lydia's standing. Story said, on this spot on the 13th of October 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, a Ford Model T purchased by Hiram O. Trillins, accidentally struck and killed the first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently that woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years. Good. Swell. Everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you even arrived. Not about your normal, non-haunted day. Come back, Lydia. This turtle seems to be heading to Ocean City too at this rate. I might beat you there. Take it with you. I will name the turtle... I'm probably not going to spell this right. Just Raph. That'll do. He was my favorite. We don't have enough gas. What to do? Don't know. There's a second door here. Filling station garage. Some kind of weird machine. Looks like this control is for that car lift thing. You really want to know the story behind this sign. Stand clear of lifting before operating, Steve. It's a big tool chest, but all the tools have already been stolen. It's a fuse box. As advertised, this box containing one fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. You should keep an eye out for a replacement. Must be one around here somewhere. Nothing happens. Must not have power. Fuse. Got a fuse. Good. Yeah, there we go. The car's missing its gas tank, but there is a big cup of gasoline in the cup holder. Pour it into the can. Full tank gas can. Very good. How is anyone supposed to have 3 mysticality here? None of this makes any sense to me. Cursed by an absence of crackers, you eat the cheese loaf with your bare hands. In the end, you are unclean both inside and out. Blurred. You spend all that time cleaning your gun and the rain comes along and ruins it. Typical. Alright, let's try this bastard again. Things can come around here shooting me. Give her a honk. I think we got him. Now it's just a regular scarecrow with a gun. You've got enough XP to learn a skill. Open the character sheet via the icon or hit C. Excellent. Using the bed anyway. I mean, I got the proper checkered pass thing. This. There's an old tractor. There's a rag shoved in where the gas cap used to be. Pull out the rag. The rag and sniff the tank. Smells like there's a little gas left in there. A bit crude, but bring it out. You got a 133% full gas can. Can I open this now? The door is extremely heavy. Oh my lord. Stewing probably is beyond help, but you can probably salvage the ladle. It's a magic weapon. Probably pretty good mason jar full of gasoline in here. There's a carving on the trunk of the tree. It says, Howie loves playing the harmonica. Aww. That was that railroad bull Howie told you about. Although railroad minotaur would have been more accurate. Let's take the bull by the horns. I shall thwack thee. Nice. You beat the Minotaur. Ruben the Canary grows stronger. Excellent. It's a 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. That metal never really seemed to take off. Oh, look, it has organic gas on it. 200% full gas can. Now we got gas for days. And look there. Hey there, friend, ain't look with the gas? Show the driver your gas can. Well, his gas can. Huh. Can't usually... Doesn't hold that much gas. Not sure how you did it, but, well, whatever. Ready to hit the road? Yeah, let's get out of here. He empties the can, and he takes the can and empties the tank into the bus. With that, we're all on our way, all aboard. I mean, there was probably stuff I could have done, but I don't know how. You climb back on the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep. That's the sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunk it straight, and you realize that your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey kid, this is your stop, right? That are now totally forgotten. Ugh. What? Oh, the shore that's going ashore. Thanks for traveling with us, Busco. Disembark. Cola Wars surplus. Going seems inaccurate. Can I go in here? The armory surplus store is closed for the night. Trash cans full of trash. And a discarded bottle of cologne. This bottle of cologne was inexpensive to begin with, and throwing it away didn't make it any more valuable. For lease, the door says please. You think the door sells broken glass and drafts. This bill looks perfectly solid. Maybe it's just the people renting it that were condemned. This trash's reach has exceeded its can's grasp. Bleh. Given the current conditions, dark and stormy, you probably shouldn't wander in any alleys. The Ocean City Watchful Eye. The door that the newspaper office is locked up and the windows are boarded. Looks like the printers really is dead. And he thought it had at least 7 or 8 more decades left. Somebody has scratched symbols into the wall, into the sidewalk. It's late. Securbrius. It's late. The bank is closed. You can't see anything interesting within walking distance that way. Probably nothing this way either. Probably nothing you want in here. This hobo seems wholly unperturbed by the rain. As weather will happen, he smiles and looks up, and lets the rain splash on his face for a while. Suits me just fine, I guess. A wise man once said, the rain falls on poor men and rich men alike. Was that before umbrellas were invented, or... Name's Gus, by the way. I'm Blues. Pleased to meet you, Blues. You wouldn't happen to have a couple of meat to spare, would you? Sure I did. Thank you very much, Blues. Old guest won't forget your kindness. Is Michael dead yet? As you walk over... The bell over the... Why am I not reading these things properly? The bell over the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques. The woman at the counter looks up as you enter. Oh, hi, you must be Blues. We don't get customers at this time of night. Or at all, really. That's me. You were expecting me? Yeah, Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, geez, you're soaking wet. Come on in, I'll get you a towel. You walk over to the counter, trying not to drip on any vintage bric-a-brac, as Jessica grabs a threadbare bath towel from a shelf and pulls the tag off before tossing it to you. Thanks. Is Uncle Murray here? His letter wasn't very specific. He isn't. You said that in a kind of ominous way. Where is he? Jessica sighs. I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact, said it was going to be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just wrote that letter and told me to mail it to you if you didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? You make trying to talk great Aunt Ruthie into selling her mother Chesterfield sound like a deadly spy mission. Yeah, this is going to take some explaining. Well, I'm definitely intrigued now. Explain away. I don't have a lot of time, but follow me and I'll give you a quick sketch. Okay. Let's go lead you to the back room, furnished with some desks and some strange-looking machinery. Welcome to our back office, the hub of our little operation. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques? Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago, Murray found out that there was a bunch of antiques circulating around that are, well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Murray called them tainted, dark magic, real bad mojo. You know, cursed. Oh, for a second, I thought you were talking about Bathtub Jen or something. It's no joke. That's what our real job is here. The antique store is just, well, not exactly a front. We find a lot of regular antiques, too, and so it keeps us in scratch. But really, we're trying to hunt down and neutralize all these evil doodads, and so nobody gets hurt. I didn't read that right again. What is wrong with me? And Uncle Murray went out to get one and never came back? That's the long and short of it, yep. What do you say, are you in? Well, yeah, I can't leave him in the lurch like this. Great. You hear the shop door opening, and after a moment a goblin pokes her head into the office. Hello? Oh, that's swell timing. Hey, Gabby, Murray's kid sister showed up. Come meet her. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. Hi, hello. The pleasure is all Gabby's. Gabby, would you be dear and carry her luggage to Murray's room and grab some blankets and stuff out of the cupboard? She can sleep there until we find Murray. You've gotten it. Gabby picks up your suitcase and carries it through a door to the back of the room. Great, I could use some sleep. Nobody's at this desk. Whose desk is this? Charles Wallace, our handyman. He's up fixing a leak on the roof right now. He'll be back later. Later tonight. I see. White cat's using on a towel. What's the name of this cat? Calliope. Murray got her a couple of years ago. Scritched behind the cat's ears. But she doesn't react at all. Why doesn't Calliope like me? She'll warm eventually. Try giving her some sardines. She loves those. Do you have any sardines? No, we're all out. You can probably get some tomorrow. They have them at the Cola Wars surplus store next door. Okay. A modern radio stands here in defiance of the concept of antiques. You cannot even hazard a guess to what this contraption does. You don't have time to play games right now. This desk is a mess. Whose desk is this? Murray. I keep nagging him to straighten it up before someone bumps into it and we have to call the National Guard to dig him out of the avalanche. With curse-proof shovels and a squad of exorcists handy. Anyway, best not to mess with it. Will do. I mean, won't. You're not sure what this clock is telling, but it sure isn't the time. I'm gonna turn it. Good night. Hang on a second, you can't go to sleep yet. Pretty sure I can. I bet I could do it right here while I'm still standing up. Well, I hate to spring this on you, but there's something we need you to do before the night's over. Oh, swell. What is it? You know those cursed artifacts I was talking about? Since in the sketchy, we've been working on a machine that can detect them with radio waves. I call it the Detectortron 1000. We got it up and running since we left. It turned out there's a tainted thing practically right on our doorstep. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's not great. It's gonna have Gabby go get it, but that's why she came over tonight. But you turned up out of the blue. Well, there's no time like the present. I'm probably not exaggerating when I say there's literally no time except for the present. What? As in there might not be a future. You don't have to go far. It's just down the other end of the block at the Readings, right? There's a newspaper office that got shut down earlier. Should be in there. Well, I'll go. Gabby will go with you. She's good in a fight. No, I'm not unfamiliar with violence. Yeah, well, hopefully it won't come to that, but you never know. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Gabby. Gabby reappears with an expectant grin. Go to the newspaper office of Blues and help her get that hat, okay? Okay, Gabby is ready for action. Let's mosey. Let out a tired sigh. Alright, you said a hat? A cursed hat? According to the readouts, yeah. A men's fedora, probably. I'm supposed to do what? Just break in and take it? Not break exactly. I managed to fangle nearly a spare key out of the guy at the realtor's office. Pretty sure this still counts as breaking and entering. You'll be in and out back here in bed before you know it. Okay. Wish me luck, I guess. Just think I gave this key to the newspaper office so you can retrieve a cursed hat for her. Sherry begins. Hey, hold on, Gabby. Gabby has readiness for action. Chewed the fat. Real firecracker in a fist fight, huh, Gabby? Haha, Gabby likes fighting and dancing. The two best things. Gabby invented fight dancing once, but this world was unready for it. Maybe 50 years later. Now let's get going then. No, wrong way. Okay, let's get this hat thing before you pass out from exhaustion. Take a deep breath and unlock the door. Give the key to Gabby for safekeeping. Coffee. There's a little bit of very, very old coffee left in this percolator. Pour it in a cup. You pour yourself this cup of coffee. Pouring yourself this cup of coffee is the first step on a short, nasty journey. A few months ago, somebody decided this coffee wasn't good enough to drink. You apparently disagree with that decision. There's a half-finished document in the typewriter. Government corruption at all-time high. The government has once again slashed funding to city services and social programs, citing waste, but without offering any supporting figures or explaining where the funds have been relocated to. Additionally, anonymous sources report it cuts off abruptly, maybe as a result of the pink slip next to the typewriter. Read the slip. Curtis, I told you once, I told you 100 times. Not enough people buy the newspaper anymore to keep the lights on in this joint. Electricity is expensive because it's a very recent innovation. As such, half of your salary is paid by the government, subsidies. This is to say that the hand that feeds you is the hand you keep biting. We go way back, buddy, but you give me no choice. Clean out your desk and scram. Grover Burt is editor-in-chief. Hey, it's one of those new Arcane Press news feeds. High tech. Gaze into it. Jack Dempsey removes teeth to improve boxing skills. Says Dempsey in interview. Babe Ruth gets haircut, Barber says. You'd think he could have left a better tip. Today's list of bands dances. The Chutney Slider, the Dirty Blitz, and the Upside Down Tango. Prohibition agents confiscate 40 barrels of wine. 10 cheese wheels and some nice fresh honeycomb also seized. Today's winning racehorses. Chrysler's mother, too much corn, and Howitter's jacket. Second edition of Principia Mathematica published. We still cannot understand a word of this, said local children. Charles Edinburgh cooks stew. Onlookers report it smells like it might be beef, or maybe lamb. Ooh. Severe storm causes trolley disaster. Prevents 5 other trolley disasters. Partisan bards declare independence. Claim debauched tavern is a sovereign city-state. There's a half-finished letter on the typewriter. Gotta read. Reginald, I think Burgess is on us. We've gotten careless. In fact, maybe I shouldn't be typing this out as a letter instead of talking to you in person. Why am I doing this? Meet me under the water cooler this afternoon. Ah, crap. Here comes Burgess with a pink slip. Sincerely, it doesn't say who it's from. The writer must have gotten fired before they could type out their name. Also, under the water cooler? What's that all about? Pink slip. And then, I'm not paying you to publish cockamamie conspiracy theories. In fact, I'm not paying you at all anymore. Clean out your desk and hit the road. Governor Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. Do you like the word cockamamie that I used there? It's a slang term I coined. It means ridiculous or implausible. I think it's really going to catch on. Whoever worked at this desk forgot their couplings. Yoink. The left one says always check, and the right one says your sources. Really makes you think. I mean, especially since that could also say your sources always check. You see the corner of a note sticking out from the bottom from the desk blotter. Note says, Tucker, I got you that bottle you wanted to suck under the water cooler where Burgess can't find it and rat us out to the Provies. Beck. Under the water cooler, eh? Surely it's not still there, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Says Robson. First Hinton, then Carver, who's next? Edible says if Burgess comes for him, he's gonna karate chop his desk in half. Sincerely, Curtis Curtis. P.S. What's karate? I'm noticing that none of the, Yup. It's like Vanderbilt made good of his threat. Nothing. Vanderbilt must have taken all his stuff before smashing it. You got Pneumonic Tube System Operation Manual. This is a reference manual for a citywide network of pneumatic tubes. Looks like the eye had some state-of-the-art delivery infrastructure. Can I read it? No, I cannot. Crumbled pink slip on the desk. Carver, I can't believe I have to tell you this, but it's against company policy for an employee to steal the printing press. You are fired. You are so fired. I need a new phrase to describe it. I give you the axe, and if I see your face in here again, I will give you both the axe and set you on fire. Governor Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. How did you even lift it? You must have had, what, 5 accomplices? Unbelievable. You make a mental note never to pick a fight with this Carver person. You don't know what went into this bag, but you know that the only thing that's ever coming out of it is congealed mass of foul goo. Newspaper archives from 1783 to 1799. That thing's to look for. This seems like a waste of time. Wait a minute. What would you like to look archives for? October 14th, 1908. Find something interesting. Tragic accident current certain to have no consequences. Tragedy occurred yesterday evening when Hiram Krellin's owner of the first mass-produced commercial automobile registered in the state accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, i.e. a person standing on the side of the road attempting to solicit transportation from passing motorists. According to the colonists, the notion that eventful spirit of the dead haunt the places of their demise in murderous, phantasmagoric rage has been rejected by modern science as rather unlikely, wouldn't you say? Unlikely, sure. 1920 to the present. It's a big, heavy water cooler and it's got something to hide. Move it. Hey, look, a trap door. Let's go through it. There are fish people down here. It's an underground printing press. Literally, there's still newspaper left in it. Take the paper. You got an underground newspaper. Well, let's read it. more of a manifesto, specifically calling out the government's suppression of the local newspaper and the importance of a free press. There's also an amusing but puzzling cartoon about a dog arresting a mouse for throwing a brick at a cat's head, which the cat didn't seem to mind. Interesting. The calendar from 11 years ago. Take a closer look. There's a huge black skull scrawled on July 22nd, 1917. Huh. What happened on July 22nd, 1917? Well, let's go up and check. Found something interesting. The top story from that day is the Ocean Sea Comptroller's passing of an overly complicated sidewalk right-of-way policy that outlawed street-side newspaper vending machines and limited the maximum allowed width of newspaper stands to 4 feet. The story continues to say that the watchful eye management raised concerns about the loss of revenue, and the comptroller made a vague promise to divert city funds to make up for any future shortfalls. Looks like it worked out great for everybody. It's a control system of pneumatic tubes. Check it out. There's a control panel on there's a green button, a red button, a big lever, a knob with a bunch of letters on it, and a series of colored lights that are currently off. Consult the manual. I'll take the picture because I have a terrible memory. Yes, I should have stopped this video a while ago. When has that ever stopped me? Okay. Push the green button to power on. Pull the pump engage lever. A yellow light is glowing on the console. There is nothing for a yellow light. Turn knob. B. You click the dial into place and this noise starts into sort of shuddering growl for a second before an orange light flashes briefly. The entire machine shuts down. Okay, button, lever, turn the knob. I didn't want to do that. Looks like someone's gonna get very strange mail. And how? What were those things anyway? And what are they doing down here? Were they trying to start an underground newspaper? That wouldn't work. The ink would smear. It's a very old manhole cover. Ominous, vaguely person-shaped stain on the ground. This must be the hat Jessica wanted you to recover. Incredibly cursed fedora. The simple black felt fedora. It doesn't look cursed, but has a palpable aura of menace around it. Nothing good can come of this. This is probably the hard mode hat. And no one is the wiser. Found a hat. I guess it's the one you mean. It doesn't look unusual, although... Yeah? Well, it does creep me out a bit. I really can't put my finger on it. I know what you mean. It feels kind of like you have a headache, except you don't actually. More like a feeling of dread, like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't know what it is yet. Well, that definitely is not related to the fact that I need to take that hat and go sit on the machine over there. Oh, why? That's our own cursing machine. Gotta get the curse off that hat, right? Oh, yeah, that makes sense, but, what? Why can't we just put the hat in the machine? Why do I need to be involved? Because the machine needs a mind to guide the uncursing process. Together, you'll lift the curse from the hat and transform it into a sort of alchematory dreamscape the machine can fix. What? Sorry, I know it's a lot. Let me rephrase. The uncursed machine uses your subconscious mind to drive a wedge between an item and its curse. The item is cleansed relatively easily, but that doesn't negate the curse fully. Once separated from the item, the machine stores the curse and allows you to psychically project it into it to try and resolve the metaphorical scenario at the core of its existence. That's where things get a little weird. I know it sounds like crackers, but you'll have to give it a try. You'll have to give it a try to understand. Well, okay. I know I should stop, but I don't want to. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and put the weird dome thing on your head. What would you like to uncurse today? The terribly cursed fedora. No sooner have you sat down in the machine with a hiss positively whiffs the fedora straight up into the dome. The hat rattles around in there like an angry snake in a cement mixer, and after a good long minute flops limp and wet into your lap. Whatever ominous energy once possessed the terribly cursed hat is gone. It's now simply a terrible hat. The hat is clean, both spiritually and laundrily. The curse still lives, transfixed in a dreamlike construct within the machine. Now, how do I get rid of that curse? See, curses are like energy blues. They can't be created or destroyed, only change. Can't remember who said that. Isaac Newman? Newton? Newman, yeah. Newman, yeah. That machine knows how to take a curse from one's object, put it on itself, but as for how you change a curse, well, I don't know. That's some higher kind of spiritual stuff. I don't know much about it. I'm more of a Newton guy, sort of guy. The fedora's curse bounces around the innards of this machine, daring you to project your consciousness into it. Sounds safe, I'll do that. Portal to another world is open, but the work is not yet done. Fedoral Reserve. Hey, I heard thy death called creature. Rest now and find thy mortar. A tree fell before its time, a ground tainted with sin. Yes. Et in Arcadia ergo. Even in Arcadia there is death. Yes. Even in paradise there is a killer. Oh, now thou know who I am and why I am here. I, Cutter. There has been a murder. Oh, a murder. What knowest thou of mortar? That I did not do the mortar, and that is all. What mo have thee for me? Only this. I am one of 3 brothers. One of us always tells the truth, one of us always lies, and the third of us does not speak at all but honks. If I find in thee a liar, there is no thing I can do to save in thee. I, Cutter, thou art a servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. Big power in the wood today, Cutter. Aye, a tree has fallen in the forest and is made a sin. But not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claimst to be without sin? None of us is without sin, but mine do not run to mortar. And whose? Look for my brother. Thy brother speaking of 3 brothers. One who lies, one who always tells the truth, and one who does not specken at all but honks. What specken thee of this? This is fairy talk. No thing has honkin' in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honkin' since then? No, sire. Let's make sure. Something is rotten in the woodcutter. I, a mortar, with perversions as its source. Speak to me of perversions. I have no thing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tell in me? I am troubled by the mortar, but of it I know no thing. I warn thee, my forgiveness makes no room for liars. Thou wilt do what thou must, Cutter, I have no doubt. Thy brother specking of 3 trees. Always lies one who is telling the truth, and one who does not specken at all but honks. What specken thee of this? I do not honken, sire, I swear it upon it. Thou hast never honken? Never, never, 'tis a sin in mine eyes. Long may thee grow. Dude. I say I did not do the murder. I also say I am one of three brothers. One of us always tells the truth, one of us always lies, and the third of us does not speak in but honks. Thou lie about Hawken. Tree. What say? Thy brother Hawken not. Thou wouldst lie to the cutter of the wood? Thou wouldst do mortar in the wood? Aye, thou hast the right of it. I sought only to distract thee whilst I making my mistake. Goodbye, cutter. Do not run from me, tree. Thou dost not run? Nay, I grow in 1,000 years I has grown so strong and tall that thine axe will never fell me. But I will not wait 100 years. Die, mortar. But this is not fair. Big rotten wood today, cutter, and wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, axes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. You're not sure what just happened, but as you turn over the former terribly cursed fedora in your hands, you feel confident that the curse which plagued the starchy little felt thing is finally gone for good. You put the hat back on. It nearly sparkles now. Now all you gotta do is reckon with is whatever other kind of person who goes around wearing a fedora. I love it. Nice hat. Thank you. We will call it a video here. I am the Blues 32. This is Shadow over Loathing. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.